So, Brass Tacks here. I wanted to start this out with a slightly different tone because, well, it's time to show the reality of the situation. The reality is this: Watchdogs Legion Online crashed for me in the short amount of time that I played it, as many times as the story itself did. The campaign itself, what's on the disc, crashed just as many times, if not less, than the online mode, because frankly, the online mode is not finished, and I am not going to sit around and wait till it is. I truly hope one day that we are rid of this crashing and relaunching problem where you'll be kicked from a game for no reason and then have to rejoin and reload. Those days need to come to an end. As someone who has unlimited high-speed internet, it just really boggles my mind that we're still stuck in this era of crashing and servers failing. I don't understand what it takes. Maybe I never will, but we need to get out of this era. And you can't let a sleeping dog lie, can you? Gnarly Dude is back once again to hurt yours truly, the Brass Tacks. And this is where I learn, finally, that I cannot cap this man. He is uncappable, as this game will not let you cap other players. But that is indeed the last I see of him. He goes on his way to do nothing in a world with nothing to do at all. I mean, seriously, I have tried. And you'll see in this video, I do try hard to do something, accomplish something, some task. And as I hop from player to player, I'm trying to interact in a way that makes sense. A way that would allow me to gain some tech points or some EXP, whatever it takes to get the wheels moving on this game. Because I was interested, of course. I don't play games that I'm not interested in to some extent. It's just they failed to deliver on so many fronts. But specifically the online, I wasn't expecting to be any good. But the fact that it's so devoid of content, I question the entire thing. I really don't understand what happened. Was it released too early? Perhaps. But either way, it's just an unfinished product, and that's the bottom line. At this point in my online journey, I was pretty much looking for any kind of response. And truly, I don't think I ever got one. I never received a response that made sense. I never got any feedback that helped me in a way that, made progress. Up in the top left, it says, recruit an operative. Well, trust me, I tried many times to do that, but you have to have tech points to unlock the damn operative. And that just pisses me off so bad. It's like, I need one tech point. I need one more tech point. I have 8 or 9, and I just need one more to unlock the person I want. And I want a person with a firearm, because frankly, people without firearms in this game, Watchdogs Legion, are really just kind of extras. They're there for less of a reason than the others. I mean, without a firearm, you are left to the combat capabilities of a normie, just a citizen walking down the street. And although they all do kind of have like a karate kick, fucking Jackie Chan-esque thing to them, I really never suggest going without a firearm. To the best of my knowledge, going lethal never did anything to hinder my experience. It never did anything to make my character earn less EXP or what have you. It just doesn't seem to do anything. Makes no difference whether you're a guns blazing person or a silent, non-lethal taser person. It really just makes no difference. And right after I die for the first time, which took a hell of a lot, it took a hell of a lot to take me down for some reason. Machine guns blazing all over the place in this game, and it's like, what the fuck? But either way, it spawned me right outside the gate. You know how in Grand Theft Auto, you'll spawn back at the hospital, or you'll go to your house, or something like that. When you're defeated or you're arrested, you go to a different location. This one, they just pop you up across the street or something, and it's just whack. It's so unrealistic and so just non-immersive, just completely dead. And and just really has no personality. There is no personality here that stands out from other games, especially in terms of the online mode. I mean, holy crap, there is such just a crypt of nothing. There is nothing going on here that makes any sense to me. And this area, I thought perhaps if I go deeper into this area with this player who I tried to help, I thought maybe there could be something in there to, help my situation, alleviate the fact that nothing is making progress. But as you'll see in this video, there is nothing in there.
I told you. Yo.
I think something that would make this entire experience better would be if they had a section that is kind of narrative driven, kind of like, I know I keep coming back to Grand Theft Auto, but how Grand Theft Auto 5's online showed how things started out. This, it just threw me in. I don't know who this is or why we're doing anything at all. There was a little cutscene that really just bored the hell out of me, and I skipped it, a minute or so in. And if that told me everything about what I'm supposed to be doing, well, then my bad. But as far as I noticed, there was nothing telling me what to do. It just says recruit an operative, and that's all I've ever heard. It seems there are just countless missed opportunities when it comes to the hacking. I'm no game designer, but I would have definitely ensured that the hacking be slightly different from the single player itself. I don't expect the core gameplay to change, but the element of hacking I think should be something that is differentiated.
Well, it's just not reassuring, isn't it? It's like having an extra aunt.
Now, I'm nothing of an expert in communication, but I believe this would have caused some kind of response.
Let's move on now to sport. Well, it's close.
Danger.
Riots.
Vehicle in critical.
Riots my
Danger.
favourite sport now.
And that's typically how it goes in Watchdogs Legion. You'll see someone for a moment and interact in the slightest way and try to have some kind of meaningful achievement happen, but usually you'll just part ways and that's it. I don't know what I am doing wrong. I have tried to understand what that may be, but as far as I can tell, I have to buy something in the store to achieve this goal that I have, recruiting an operative, which in the game is actually easy as fuck. In the actual story mode, it is one of the easier things to do. You just do a quick side mission, and there you go, you've got your operative. But this, I just really don't get it. I'm all over the place, trying to help players, trying to interact with players in both good and bad ways. It's like, what in the world is going on here? What is not being explained? Because everyone else seems to be having the same problem. Nothing is achieved when they go into these places. There's no points gained. I don't see them do anything that matters. They just clear out the place, and that's it. I mean, that happens often in this game, but it's not so simple to where you just beat all these guys up and gain points. You have to actually do things in the main story, which this is lacking any kind of structure at all.
No room for error here.
Begin searching.
This is pretty much the only video I have of playing Watch Dogs online where I actually almost had some fun, and I do mean almost. It really wasn't that much fun. This other player and I were baiting these cyber cops to come in here, and pretty much, we were taking care of business, let's just put it that way. But it's nothing different than you'd see in GTA 5 or any other game where once you have nothing left to do, you pretty much just fuck around like that. But it's so unfulfilling in this game, I barely got any shots off. The shotgun is so terrible. It's about as good as a Nerf gun, and that's just, frankly, all the non-lethal weapons, that's how they feel. Now, if this game were in the hands of, say, Naughty Dog or Rockstar, or any reputable AAA release company like that, I think it would be a much more fulfilling experience. This alone should feel a lot more action-packed. It really just doesn't feel like it. It feels like a bunch of action figures pretending to fight. It really just is incredibly sad that we've hit this point where even just basic gunplay is now a thing that needs to be figured out, a formula that needs to be kept. But anyway, guys, I wanted to thank you for taking this journey with me. Watchdogs Legion unfortunately sucks online. That is the bottom line.